Hi, Carl. Thanks for coming. I'm having such a hard time with my channel. I'm so happy you're here, though. I need to find, I've got two phones. I've got one here and one here. I have two channels. One channel isn't supposed to be working. Water Lily, you came too. All right, you found me. Oh my gosh. So to be clear, all of you are watching this on Grow Your Light channel, correct? Oh, Gina, oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I'm not seeing it. Can you check to make sure I'm on, that I am on growyourlight.com? You found me through that? So I'm not getting any notification on that. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Correct. Oh, Fatima, I'm glad you're here. Okay. Yes, correct. Okay. You are on. Hi, Mickey. So I am on growyourlight.com. Oh, good. I think I have it fixed now. I appreciate you guys coming in. I've got Kate. I didn't schedule Kaylee for today. Again, I'm so sorry. I know I did before, but I was still having trouble with my, oh, you just got an alert on your phone. Okay. And is it for Grow Your Light, Sue Toffee? I'm sorry to bother you all with this, but Grow Your Light. Okay. Don't tell me I have it fixed. I hope I have it fixed. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. So I canceled Kaylee for today because I didn't think, up until this very minute, I didn't know it was going to go on. Oh, you got a notice a half an hour ago? I did create one. See, I created a live stream, but it was connected to my other channel. And I did a test. Nobody was there. And it came up on my other channel. So now I don't know. I don't know what I did. Fatima, I bet you what you did was wave your beautiful magic wands. I bet everyone just did that for me. Waved your wands. And so, Karen, you always get one 30 minutes before. Yeah, I went on at 2:30 or about 2:25, and it went to the wrong channel. Can't you? Oh, good, Carl. Can't you call Kaylee? I know. I wish I could. She's off doing other things right this minute. Doggone it. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry about that. But you're stuck with me, Carl. I'm so sorry. Everybody's so disappointed. I'm so sorry. Oh, Kaylee, we need you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've had trouble with this situation. I've had trouble with some other things in my wee little life, and so it is that, along with the election, I've just been overwhelmed. But I'm afraid it's just me today. I'm so sorry. So so it's 6:32 a.m. where you are, Carl. Yeah. Water. I know. I know this was just going to be a test because I was sure it would just show up on that other channel, but it didn't. For some reason, it went to my regular channel. I do have Lalit on for 2 Fridays. It's pre-scheduled. So far, it hasn't switched. See, all of my live streams, you know, where I write up all the information and the title and the thumbnail, I go through all of that and click it as a live stream, and you see it as upcoming. What happened is StreamYard decided to put them all on record only. That's why when I was on one time, I think it was with Kaylee, where it was just it would cut me off. It wouldn't let me on. So Gina O, thank you for being here. Karen Doyle, thank you. Thank you. Carl again. Sue Toffee, Fatima, Mickey, love you, love you. What would you like to talk about today? You want to do readings? Sue, Gina O, Mickey, Mary, thank you for being here. Fatima, I love you. I'm just seeing if I missed anyone. If I'm sorry, CJ, hello. So I am learning a new. Oh, Sherry, you found me. I've been offline for a while because of challenges, and Carl, yes, I'm going to have to multitask. I'd like to share something new with you. I'm just reading. Oh, Karen says you guys love me. That's good. Thank you. Yes, Mickey, the election is, I've had a hard time relating to a lot of people because some people are real Pollyanna about it. And so when I try to connect with them, there was one show I went on, I had a guest on, and I went into his new podcast. And he actually said this. He said, those of you who are coming from victimhood, the sun will come out tomorrow. So I wrote this big, long chat explaining that I'm not a victim. I lost my entire trust in humanity, my trust that good rises above evil. I don't want to be close to God. And that terrifies me. I wrote that in there. And that terrifies me. Instead of anybody meeting me there, I got comments saying the sun will come out tomorrow or something. I don't know. And I wanted to so I unsubscribed. I just have to choose my people, right? I don't stay in one place long. I do heal. But when I'm at a place where I'm at, I'm going to be around people who say that, honor that, give me room for that. So I'm with you. Hey, hello, Sherry. Water Lily. Oh, yes. She says hello, Sherry, as well. So I'm just going down here because I started jibber jabbering. When I jibber jabber, I don't read the comments. I cannot multitask. So the question is there any hope that things will change soon? It's been, Mickey, it's been well, I don't think so. Only because I think it has to get worse before it gets better. I know I'm going to check with the cards, but the thing is that, when, especially when, like when I talk about ChatGPT and everyone's saying danger, danger, horrible, this is going to take over the world, we'll all be robots, that type of thing. So I appreciate that. I do believe it needs to be regulated. But as it's emerging and everyone's diving in, these really bright people are diving in and creating new programs with ChatGPT, all of that stuff. I think, oh man, I'm going to indulge. I want to learn all this. I want to learn, fully aware that it's going to crash something, it's going to crash something. So things need a while, Mickey, things like the new administration, things need a while to adjust to the new environment and then crash it. So I would crash and become the Keystone Cops behind the scenes, right? And then the domino effect. So will it be soon? Soon is a relative term. I'm going to put, are things going to change in the next 4 months? That'll get us through the holidays and into that. And I'm just going to. So it looks like there is a burden with it, but it'll get good, and then we'll make a decision. So we are with a block right now, Mickey. We are at a block. I'm learning Lenormand. So I have the mountain here, shiny cards. I have the mountain here, which tells me that this is meeting us where we are. We're at a block, we're at a stand, so we have to climb this mountain. We will have a choice, which surprises me. This is the choice card. That surprises me because I thought our choice was the election. I didn't think we had a choice coming up. So apparently we do. And it's going to be, this is the bouquet, which tells me it's going to be actually getting better. So also, it's going to have a strong motherly energy to it. This is bear energy. And the reading ends with the lady, which is us, which are the lady and the man comes with Lenormand. And then after that, it looks like it goes up and down. But isn't that interesting? I think we have a choice coming up. We can say, I'm going to go back to the, I just started learning the Lenormand. That's what I do when I'm really freaked out about something. I go and look for something I don't know anything about. And I just study it. I just go into the videos and I study and I study. And then I give it a try. It's pretty fun. I'm sure you guys do that as well. It's a good coping skill. Now I'm going to go to my, I'm going to go ahead and go to my tarot cards with that question. Will things get better? Because I don't want to say change, because that's nebulous, right? This is what I mean about forming the question. So will things change? This is assuming, Mickey, that you're feeling like me, so will it change for the better or the worse? So I'm going to change your question around to say, will things change for the better in the next 4 months? And Wheel of Fortune's there, and so is the Chariot. So it's yes. It's yes, it will get better within the next 4 months. And one of the things we have to do with the Chariot tells us, see, there's a black horse and a white horse. In general, of course, if you don't have those horses focused on the horizon at the same point, then they'll go in their own way and then you stop. There's no momentum. But having it upright says the momentum is there, but your task is to get those horses in the same direction. So we just need to be keen on what we want to have happen. And the Wheel of Fortune is there. So that's another thing, the system will go in and out of favor. So I wish happiness was in a straight line, don't you? Let me look here. Yeah. Oh, good. You agree. So I have here, Mary says Trump wants Dr. Oz to lead the centers of Medicare and Medicaid services. Well, that's why I'm going in to have my hip done as soon as I can. You're an Aquarian warrior. You remembered I was Aquarius? You might not have. I don't know. And it was just coincidence. Hello, Coyote. Rosenbaum. I love that. So true. Thank you, Coyote. And she says, hi, everyone. So nice to see everybody. Oh, gosh, I'm really, really glad that this is working again. I'm mad as hell, and the Pollyannas can just suck it up. I know. Didn't that hurt your heart when I said that? Because I wrote this really, I think, profound thing, separating. It's not a victim. I am not a victim. Absolutely. Because to be a victim, someone has to persecute me or a company has to persecute me. I am not a victim. I am a soul that has lost faith in the system of hope. I have lost all that I thought was true about God. I know that sounds big, and I'm actually tearing up right now. And I want to get back to a better point. But yeah, I'm glad, Sherry, that you said that. I don't know. Maybe do you think I'm over dramatic, overdoing this or something? Or maybe I should just get over it? This is, Mary says, yeah. And Carl says, I'm more worried about Alvin Bragg recommending a stay on Trump's sentencing. Yeah. I haven't seen the news. Mother's Tarot, Loretta. I'd love to talk tarot with you guys. Here's another one. I got to make it big. I'm concerned that the getting bad before it gets better. Well, the rails are coming off and it's going to get bad. So I think it's going to get bad. This is what I think. This is what I'm predicting, is that it will get bad if we consume it. When you turn on the TV and you get a snippet here, I mean, you stay kind of informed. That's what I'm doing. And Carl just said something about Alvin Bragg, and so I know that now. So you guys keep me informed. And there's no, I turned off notifications on my phone, but still people keep me informed. But when it goes off the rail is when you go off the rail. And I know now that I cannot, even though I am curiosity driven, I need to stop that in myself and not turn on the news because it'll tip I'll go off the rails. I think on an individual basis, what will hurt me or help me will not be for a long while by the time it trickles down. But to know that it's happening at the top and unsure what it means for me at the bottom, all that time, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, right, before it comes to me, then I've been sitting and stewing in fear the whole time. Medicare, Medicaid, what are they going to do with that? And so that's where, so I think when you say going off the rails, I'm sure they'll have to crash their train somehow. But I don't know if I'm not going to go there and just witness that. If I can. I'm sorry, I'm going to put my glasses on. So sorry, they do reflect, but maybe they won't. So you said, Carl says to still get Kamala being POTUS next year. I don't think so because, first of all, I want to believe that that our elections are clean, and there were 30 million young men under 30 that got their testosterone boots on and went and voted for Trump. So I'm not sure. Oh, here we go, Gina. Gina knows something. Pluto is out of Capricorn as a Libra. I'm so grateful. I'm not sure what that means for you, but I do understand Pluto going out of Capricorn because, Gina, wasn't that because why our elections went crazy? I was a little nervous when Andre was saying that. We're in Aquarius, things are momentum for humanity and Mother Earth and all that stuff. And then boom, Capricorn comes in and a new administration for the worst comes in. I don't know. I don't know enough about astrology to actually make any sense of it. So it says, Mickey says, I get it. People have to feel the pain before the change takes place. My concern is the damage that he will create. Yep. What can we do as individuals to move towards the change needed? That's a wonderful way to put it. What can I do as an individual to move towards the change that's needed? I would suggest, in general, recognizing what is harming you and what is helping you. And that's very, very important, to keep steady and try to stay in the moment. I know that sounds so weird, but if you think too much in the future, then it does get scary. And I'm going to do a reading for you just because I love what you are, how you're putting that, Mickey. What can I do? So Spirit is clear on this for you specifically. So I dealt 5 cards for you. What can Mickey do? And I've got, Spirit is saying you already know the path. You are already prepared. And this question is one for everyone else on this channel. You see, because I have the moon here. This is, the moon tells us that, yes, everything's kind of in shadow. Everything's kind of in shadow. Whoops. I've got to move my table. Sorry. That's just the moon, but it also signifies emotion. It also signifies cycles. And then right after it is strength, grace under pressure. This is the card that tells me, Mickey, that you have the answers already, but your question is necessary for us all to ask ourselves, because it looks like the 9 of Swords upright means losing sleep, worry, anxiety. Well, it comes in for you specifically reversed. Rest after a long battle. So what happens, this is a 4 of Swords. How I read this card is it's always rest after a long battle, even if it's reversed. It's whether the person I'm reading for is taking advantage of that rest. And it seems like you do well. I mean, you have fits and starts and frustration and anger and tears, and then you recenter, and then you go through it again, you recenter. So this is rest after a long battle, and your heartbreak will heal. This comes in reversed. So yes, the election broke your heart, and you're on the other side of it. You're probably doing better than a lot of people. We can learn from you for sure. Liz in awe is here. Here we go. Mary says the mountain we can use to block what's not serving us. Interesting, Mary. I like this. We do not have to participate. We can sit in the space and watch and wait. And for some, that is the mountain. Like turning off the news. It's a mountain for us to stop it after 9 years of watching the clown car and the circus. So that could be our block as well. That's very interesting how you put that. I like your angle. You're very talented, Mary. Everybody here is. Is Bora here? Oh, good. And Charlie's here. Oh, are you in Alaska? Yes, it's very conservative there. And a lot of people in Alaska just can't make it in the lower 48, I think, because they need their freedom. Rewording is good. The Water Lily says, I'm so convinced that Kamala won. Yeah, I know. Me too. That I have not and will never watch her concession speech. I'm with you, Water Lily. It's too painful. I turned it off. And so it says, will there be a recount? It doesn't look like it. Now, I think in my little small community of Oceanside, we still haven't chosen the mayor. There's red and blue mayor. We've been under a blue mayor, which helps people with rent control and senior housing and things like that. And there's someone on the other side that wants to be mayor to challenge that rent control stuff. So it means a lot to a lot of people. And it's down to like a dozen votes. So if you think your vote doesn't count, your vote counts. But as far as a recount, I think they have to a certain point, and I don't believe, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't believe Kamala and Biden have the wherewithal, I'm trying to think of a good word for it, to go that route, to actually ask for a recount. And I know, but our machines are, I think it was what happened at the voting booths, the voting places, because there's a lot of new voters that went in, said that they were new, and were given a ballot that only offered Republicans or something. I don't know. There's a lot of stories like that. But I think the voting machines are fine. I would love to have a recount. I would love it, love it, love it. And they take time and money. The person who asks for it, I think, pays for it. And Kamala has enough money. Why don't you call the White House and encourage Biden to encourage her, or go into her email account and email her and request a recount for us. She can be all confident she wants, but she owes it to us to have a recount. That, you tell her that. Everyone can do it. It's very, very easy to contact the White House. So focus the energy to the light and not the dark. Boy, that's hard. Yes, Mickey, that's really good. That's our mountain right now, because I've lost faith in the light. I don't know if you guys relate, but I've lost faith in the light. I'm going to find it again. I will find it again. And that's my mountain, personally. Oh, Coyote. All those faces. Love you, sweetheart. Hi. Oh my goodness, Denise. Hi from the car back into the storm. They have a terrible storm. Alice from Heart and Soul Connected, she's under a big storm, and apparently it's going as far south as Shasta. Wow. So is there, Mickey asks, blessings to you, anyone in the storm, of course, especially Allie and Denise. Now we know there's two people struggling. So if prayers can go out that way, I'd really appreciate it. Do you have a practice for those to help stay positive? My practice I've done is, that's it. Making sure I don't watch TV. I did turn on Rachel Maddow on Monday, I think. What's today? Tuesday. So it was yesterday. And I fast forwarded through a lot of it because it was just talking about injustice and what might happen and things. So I shut it off. I did go to Lawrence O'Donnell because sometimes he's a little lighthearted, but I didn't stay. I had to turn it off. But that takes discipline, Mickey. So that's a ritual you can do. If you set yourself up with a protocol, and the protocol is to recognize when you're looking at something that will harm you or doing something that will harm you. So some people with anxiety will eat. And I have to recognize that coping skill is not good for me. Same with, I like to stay on top of the news, and I'm curiosity driven, and I have been so dedicated for the last decade about politics. But when I turn it on, it hurts me. So I turn it off. It's got to be for me, it's got to be that basic. And then you know what you do? You know what happens? A miracle happens. You look at your dog differently, your cat differently. You look at people on the street differently. You go to the store and you take your time. And eggs are not $9. I bought my eggs for the regular price. What the heck? So, it's not my reality. Okay, see, I have to be the observer when I go down that path of bad jibber jabber. So that's my thing. So that's what I would say for anybody. Now, everyone, hi, Ness. If you know your numbers, another thing, if you know your life path number, you'll be able to know what your kryptonite is. So your kryptonite is those little triggers that really push your buttons the wrong way, and like these little landmines that you have that you don't even know you have, and someone will walk over it and you just go from 0 to 60. And you really don't know why. You lose control of your emotions and you really don't know why. The answer will be in your number. So we can play with that also. Oh, thank you, Ness. Feel my feelings. God bless. And Mickey says, I have faith in God. It's mankind that I've lost faith in. Mickey, I'm going to take your statement to my heart. I have faith in God. It's mankind that I have lost faith in. Okay, that's good advice, Mickey. Thank you. Because I need to separate God and people. I mean, I know it was like a childish thought that good will rise above evil. I know it's a childish, but it's been true to my heart. But you're helping me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ness. Feel your feeling. Yeah, we're all so very sad. That's true. Sherry says, what really hurts are the readers who are terrified and have stopped reading. They are truly terrified. Some are leaving the country. I think you change your life at the level of action. And if your protocol is that to help you cope, I get it. So the thing about, I'll tell you, I did a video, just a pre-recorded video about how I felt about advisors that were being pummeled by their devoted, advisors, or I don't know. They have thousands of subscribers that just came back on them and threw shade on them for being wrong, and they weren't wrong. So I created this video and I said, if it wasn't for, in fact, I have a voicemail on that. If it wasn't for all my friends, because I can't douse on anything. I can't divine the future on anything I have a huge amount of emotional connection to. But I went to all of you, all of our community, because they were fine with doing that. And they lit the torch, and I certainly held it. But in my video, this is what I said. Those of you who tossed shade all over my colleagues, you will forever be a novice. You will forever be an apprentice in my heart and in my knowledge. So that's what I was going to say, but I think I was too raw, so I didn't post it. I wanted to share with you something that it's quite interesting. Just a moment. It's a voicemail. I'm going to just finding it, and then if I can't find it right now, then I think this is it. Let me mute myself, just make sure it's it. Hold on. No, that's not it. Anyway, I'll cue it up next time. I'll find it. And what it is a viewer, a friend of mine her husband died last week. And God bless her, Debbie Thornton. And she comes on here, and she lost her husband last week, unexpectedly. But she sent a voicemail I kept. I wanted to share with you. I'll find it. But just saying what I was saying, if she didn't have all of our colleagues and you, Sherry, if you didn't have us, I guess, she wouldn't have been able to get this far emotionally. She wouldn't be able to handle it. So I think we did a great service. But if you decided to shame a psychic because they thought they predicted Kamala to win, you will forever be a novice in my book. I will never respect you as a professional. I don't care if you've been in the business 20 years, not in my house. Nikki says, I feel you. It's a scary time for mankind. Scary people. Yes. Mother Tarot says the results are a lie. I believe you. We have to watch and stand by for what the universe will resolve, how the universe will. Now that's going to, that's going to be a good show. Stand by for what the universe will resolve, when this will resolve. Oh, thank you, Water Lily. Such calm and positivity. Oh, I hope so. I'm kind of a mess right now. Carl says rigged. Yep. So pure joy, LN. I'm a little behind the live, but I wonder if our choice is a whole new election, if it's determined November 5th was fraudulent. Let me look at that. So let's think this through first, because to do how I divine the future is that I think of the question and I think of the options available in my purview, in my energy. And then when I go into Spirit's going to lean me towards either something I had thought about, already had experienced in my lifetime before, or something new would pop in, a new direction. And that's why I like to stick with the tarot. Sometimes I channel, sometimes I just do messages naturally, but I always have my cards because they tell me if I'm into my imagination and not into intuition. I need to stay in my intuition. So let's say, I'm a little behind the life, but I wonder if our choice is a whole new election, because I had the choice card. That's right. If it's just determined, let me see if it is. Nope, it's not. I get a no for that. And it did say, however, that I've got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is awesome. 2 and 3 of Wands are pretty awesome cards because it means small, successful steps. That's just what we're doing here. And it's looking towards the future, a long away future. But guess what the first card is the Devil. So as far as that being our choice, or, if we're, as a whole, I don't know. It says no here, so there must be something else. I would love to have a vote again. But I wouldn't know. I'd have to rely on you guys to tell me it's happening because I'm not watching anything. Mindset is the key. Exactly. I'm way behind on these. The fix is in. I know. Oh, Rose, I want to hug you right now. I'm still sick. So grateful for any positive. I know. I'm hugging you. So we are in Aquarian for the people. Yeah, Aquarius for the people. Thank you, Gina. You're telling me astrology. It's going to be okay. As an individual, stay in the light and be the light. That is a good mantra. Thank you, Gina. I think out of the damage, better things will come of it. You know, I do still believe that, because now that has always been my life in a tangible way. I can be in a miserable way, lose my job and all that stuff, and then right away get my dream job. You know, like that has happened to me. So in quick succession. So I do believe in that. I hear what you're saying. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be a person of love and kindness. Be courageous. Thank you. I'm trying to get there. Hi, Craig. Very nice to see you, sweetheart. I know I've been gone a long time. So it says, after your live last week with Kaylee, the cats and I have new rental lease. We moved December 2nd. Thank you for calming us, being here for us in love. Thank you so much for letting us know, Sue, that you found a place and your kitties. Oh, yeah. I love that. Hi, Tea Garden Chicken. I don't think I've met you before. That's great. Yeah, Carl says, told you. Told you. You got that. I love that. Hi, Scott. Thank you for joining us. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I got my YouTube fixed. Well, my YouTube and my StreamYard and all that stuff. So far, so good. It's sticking. So I appreciate you stopping in. How are you, dear? I'm going to get back to I'll go down the list. Oh, Debbie's here at Shifting Veils. That's hi, Jackie Jacaranda. Hello. And Scott says, hello, Sherry. Sometimes Sherry lurks and she doesn't see the screen, so I've decided to call out when someone says hello. So Scott, Scorpio, Sun, Tarot says hello. Voices from the swamp. Oh, thank you, Fatima. Sherry would love to talk with you and Deborah over Zoom. There's a plan brewing for an under-the-radar support system for us light workers. Have your people call my people. Just email me. It's just my name at yahoo.com. So it's Deborah Zacca at yahoo.com, or I'm easy to get a hold of because my contact is everywhere. So Sherry says, I was lucky. Out of all the responses I got from everyone, only 2 or 3 were negative. Everybody else was so positive. I know, and encouraging. I know. Don't we have classy people? We have top drawer subscribers and viewers. We really do. Yes, we really, really do. So Gina says, as a collective, focus on Kamala being in the light. So Mickey Does says, I do believe that love and light will triumph. I hate the suffering, but good for you. I love this. Oh, it's so nice for everyone to now. Listening while driving. Well, Scott says hi. Jackie Jacaranda says hi. Everybody says hi. They adore you. I say hi. So, yeah, it's an interesting. Isn't it interesting the way things pan out and go? And you know what happened? I know I keep droning on about what happened, but there are 2 or 3 major things shifting in my life, and YouTube was one of them. And so YouTube was fine. I had a health check on my on my channel. I'm not in trouble or anything like that. StreamYard had a hard time getting back to me for some reason. And there's so much wrong. There's so much wrong with the connection that I thought, I smell God in this. God has to be a part of this because everything broke down. Yes, this is a wonderful community. Oh, yes. I think Sherry, if you're driving, I think our colleagues will come back. I think they'll find their way back. But yes, we've got to work on it together. Hi, Kathy H. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Scott, you got my book. It's so interesting, at Grow Your Light with Deborah Zackel. Yes, I'm so glad. You'll hear my bird upset. What he does is he starts getting mad at his toys and he gives them what for and screams at them. Hopefully he won't interrupt anymore. But I'm glad you got the book, my dear. Appreciate that. You letting me know. I did tell you that I got the audio rights for it, and I might not have told you this part. I'm expanding the last part of the book. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get it to you, Sherry. I'm so sorry. And why are you texting while driving? I hope you're home, Sherry, or pulled over. Thank you for letting me know, Sherry. The communication with publisher is off, all this stuff. And someone says, is Mercury in retrograde? I don't know. I says, it doesn't matter with me. I can be in and out of retrograde and it all happens. But I'll get you that book, sweetheart. Anyway, I got I have the audio rights, and the very first review was a 4-star review, and it was such a good review. I highly recommend people. I just love that review so much. She took away 1 star because the major cards could have been expanded. So I had gone through the major cards inside the book for combinations, and then I just finished it off with the meanings, I guess, and how I use them. But now what I'm doing is I'm expanding the audiobook. So that would be great. I'm so excited about that. I just need to finish. Oh, it's voice to text? You are so techie, girl. That's good. I need a wrench at Grow Your Light. Pretty please. Of course. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think I know what that means. Mother of Tarot says, Sherry, please be careful. You are awesome. I want to add, we need you. We need you healthy. Will you tell me what a wrench is? Is that a moderator? I don't know. And oh, my pleasure, Karen. I appreciate that. Scott is naked. Jackie Jacaranda. Ooh. I'll give you the link. I'll certainly go viral if you come on right now. Let's work it. Mm-hmm. Oh, moderator. It is moderator. Okay, I will definitely. Scott, you have, sorry, the reflection. You have taught me so much about everything YouTube and all that stuff. Yes, absolutely. I'd be honored. And I will do that right after the show. I'll go on and do that because you showed me how. Oh my goodness. I have so much fun with you. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. So I appreciate your patience with the last couple. I think it's been a week or two. No, a full week that I've been off. Because last Tuesday when Kaylee was on, remember my picture dropped off and I stopped streaming. And we went from like 30 people watching to 6 after it. So I appreciate it. I think I've got it fixed. Oh my, Scott. Yeah, I'll give you that. Jackie Jacaranda tattled on you. So Craig says, thank you, Craig. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Sterling said he would gladly volunteer his services to the government for investigating the election. I hope he does the next step and not wait for the government to contact him. I hope have you ever submitted anything to your congressmen and senators and the White House? It is so easy. You just find your senator or your representative and you go to the .gov for that person. Just Google that person and then it'll be you can email them and they will get back to you. See, that's the thing. Another thing I found out is if you have trouble with the federal government in any way, so that would be anything that's like Social Security, anything, a federal program. I think a federal program might be Medicare, Medicaid. So if you have any trouble with a federal program, you let the federal government know. Just text or email the Biden administration and they will get down and dirty for you. Like right now. Same with the Attorney General. I had trouble with, I was suspected my insurance company was doing something crazy for me, discriminating or something like that. It seemed bigger than that at the time. It was more than that. But anyway, I contacted the Attorney General of California and filled in my case and sent it off. And they keep in touch with you and they request that the person that you have trouble with contact you, you resolve, they stay on top of it. And believe me, there is no business that wants the Attorney General emailing them. So just saying, because now's the time to go online and say, hey, I'm here and I'm unhappy. Mike Levin is my representative, Democrat, and he had a town hall meeting over the phone. Literally, all I had to do is click a button and I was listening to him. And I could text a question and maybe my question would be, it was very informative. And he did put my mind at ease, my heart at ease a little bit. He says, we've had times in our government in recent years, I can't remember when, but where presidents had all three chambers, right? And we've survived it, he said. So I'm going to rest on that. Say, okay, well, let's hope. Oh, yes. Mother's Tarot, gotta go. Reach out soon. Good. Blessings and love, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Your senator is J.D. Vance? Do the White House. Just skip him, Kathy. Skip him. Oh, my God. I keep forgetting people have these awful, Awful representatives. At the very yes, it creates a paper trail, email trail. Yeah, exactly. What state are you in, Kathy? Oh, Murano, but so you're in Sherrod Brown's. He didn't win. Now Murano. I'm so sorry. You're in Ohio. Oh, little blue dot in a sea of red. Mickey says Alaska elected officials haven't had a town hall since 2016. Yeah. They don't want to set themselves up for a hard conversation with the people they represent, right? Jeez. I will tell you one thing that I need to respect people in politics about. That's so different. And being a politician or a community leader or mayor, something like that, any kind of hold like that is so different than running a business. So I ran my own business. I owned a hair salon, and it got big and it got popular in Seattle, and in a really good spot. I was very lucky. I had it for 20 years. And I came down to change my life, had a change of life and change of heart. This was right after 2001, 9/11. About a year later, I moved to California. Now, I didn't have the internet, so I didn't know how much money it would cost. I was just asking friends their best guess. And I didn't take enough money or didn't have enough money to do it. I moved in with a friend who bought a house down there. We moved together kind of. And then in general, I had made the next 5 years, I had made a bed that was going to be very difficult to sleep in. But I came out on top. I mean, it did take a long time, but I got there. During that time, I wanted to be an artist because I'm an artist, and I wanted to have an occupation or something to do with art. And so the neighboring town in Vista, they wanted to be a destination town, and the historic area wanted public art. And so they have an art commission. So there's people on the board of this art commission. The art commission wanted a foundation. So in other words, a guild or something, a group of artists, a pool of artists they can tap for these big jobs. And then, so I volunteered to be the founding president. And and I thought, I am so well equipped for this. The media was calling me. I was talking to the media, to the newspaper and all this stuff, getting the gallery open, putting the protocol in, having meetings once a month, all of that stuff. And then members, and we even became a 501c3. It was very good, but it wasn't because of me. It was because of the other people in the group, because I thought that my ideas, being a business person, the idea I have was so crystal clear. Let's do ABC. I'm going to do ABC. I want to see ABC in this situation. And I had to ask permission of everyone because it's not just my business, right? It's a consensus. I have to ask everybody. And so that was difficult for me because a couple of times my ideas were voted down. And I either went and financed it myself and donated it, which I didn't have much money to do anyway. And that was a big eye opener. So people who say, oh, Trump is going to make a great president because he's a business owner, you can't do that because business owners dictate to move their business forward. They are the last word, and what they say goes. So no, being a business person and a public servant, totally different. Totally different. Sherry is in Louisiana. I have a MAGA governor, MAGA House representatives, MAGA senators. They are dancing with joy down here. I bet, baby. Oh, I feel ya. Oh, good. And you're not driving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think, Sherry, that's going to change in coming years because there's going to be that crash and burn. There are concepts as business owners are not going to fly, not going to work. Hi, Denise Fletcher. Long time no look at your name. Good to see you, sweetheart. I just came on for a test because I was having trouble with a connection, but I got some fun friends here. So Gina is in Charleston, South Carolina, and San Francisco, two opposites. Oh my goodness. Well, for those of you in red states like that, tap the White House before it changes administrations. And Kamala has an email address, and she has a huge staffing that email address because everything's in a timely manner. So I really highly recommend you do that. Scott says to Mary, I've been wanting to move to Columbus for a while, but now I am not sure. Yeah, I'd lay low. I don't know. I can read on that later on privately, if you like. I think I did once. And I saw you moving, but you weren't ready. Debbie says, everyone but Matt Gates here in Florida are happy. I have a really MAGA neighbor that was almost in shock the day after. So I was walking to the mailbox and he was walking as well. And I says, what do you think about that election? He says, well, I'm happy now. And I says, yeah, it was a real nail biter, wasn't it? And he goes, yeah, I didn't get it. You know, he was happy that his side won, but he was just as remarkably he kind of questioned it too, because it seemed too over the top. Yes, Mickey says 2 years, another election. It's temporary. I'm exhausted with having to prepare for another election. I understand that. I love that frowny face with the big eyes. I get you. Oh, good. Denise, you sent emails to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Governor Whitmore. Yes, if you're there, that's great. Anybody can help. Did you get responses, Denise? Are you Mary? They just had the Nazis in Columbus this past weekend. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sherry from Voices says, hey, governor is trying to force a new tax bill where sales tax go up about $2,000 to $4,000 per year per person. So the rich will get another tax. Isn't that Trump's plan? I think that's Trump's plan, but he's obviously for it. I should buy some land and we all come out to California. So you saw that in the news. Oh my God. See, that's what I don't do the news for, because that makes me sad. And Kathy H says, Ohio is doing mean things. It's hard here. I'm in farm country, east of Dayton. Columbus is worse. Ah, I'll set you up, girlfriend. She says, first train here. Yes, we need a co-op. We need a Sedona in California, I think. Well, we need a desert retreat. That's what East is. Ah, Mickey says she's in. All right. Let me start looking for some land and some yurts. Mary says, me too, Kathy. Country east of Cincinnati, but we are close to each other. You're in California and it's pretty chill here. That's true. Karen and I are like sisters by just a few miles. And so one day we'll meet face to face. And I want to see that tuning fork action because I've been looking at that and thinking it was pretty cool. Nikki, you said New Mexico. Is that blue? I can't remember if that's blue. Oh, New Mexico is cheap, Craig says. The land of enchantment. I've been there. I helped my grandson to get out of here. Oh, he is transgendering, and we are both concerned for his safety. I get you. Absolutely. Look, water lilies in Northern California. Oh, where it is red. I'm moving. Oh, fingers crossed. A bit south, so hopefully it's a bit more blue. Yep. Yay, blue, Craig says. Yeah, we want it blue. In fact, on the map, it was so ridiculous, that map that they had at the end later on in the election, that map was all red, including California, except for the coast. I don't believe it. Yeah. Red in Cali. Yeah. Well, I'm by Camp Pendleton. So, and San Diego in general is a military area. So they tend to be more conservative. But I have I have a really good friend that feels like the rest of us. And she had to get rid of some friends at the election because of the election. She found out they voted for Trump a third time. And so she said, nope, I can't have it in my life. So people are setting boundaries. Let me see. Kathy H says, do you see people moving to more blue aligned areas in the next 5 to 10 years, more territories versus states on 20 years or so? I like your question. Let me think about it, because when you frame it that way, again, here's my little teacher coming out. Do I see many people moving? I got to put a number on that. I'm going to put it this way. Does Spirit see more than half Democrats moving out of their states and into blue states? Oh, this is promising. This is very promising. The answer is no. That's very promising, and I'll tell you why. We really need blue voters in these areas to get blue. I mean, it's hard to live there, but if you don't bring up politics and you don't have anything on your car that says anything supporting blue, then you're safe. And this next 2 years is that. I took down my Ukrainian flag because new people bought my mobile home park. So if they were conservative and had, I rent the space here. So if they decide, they could cause me trouble if I got on the wrong side of them. So I did take my flag down. And so if you just do that, but I was thinking when you asked that question, that's a good question too. I believe that blue dots staying in a red state are the warriors for us. They are the real soldiers in the trenches. And if any of those red states have any chance to turn a little bit blue or purple, it's got to be you guys. Siskiyou County by Oregon. Yes, Denise was telling me she's having trouble with rowdy folks. Siskiyou County, Siskiyou Mountains by Oregon. Yes, Oregon's conservative. I didn't know that was so conservative. Denise says, I'm starting to get rid of anything I don't need. Being a spiritualist is not safe here. How many others are feeling the pressure from family? How many others are feeling the pressure from family? I don't understand that, Denise. Would you tell me, is it from MAGA family? The people who are MAGA in your family? I'm curious to know. So Karen says, I was working in the yard in front, but had to go inside so nobody, like your neighbor, disrupts my listening to you. I'm listening to me. Oh my gosh. This is such a community. I know what you mean, because when I have a community here, and I walk my dogs 2 or 3 times a day. And so that walk can take a long time jibber jabbering. You don't want to be disturbed. I love you. Hi, Sharon. Mickey Montoya. I agree. Oregon isn't as open-minded and progressive as it used to be. Half of Oregon wants to merge with Idaho. I know. Oh my gosh, Idaho's so conservative. So it says, so Denise, this is from Water Lily. I moved from Siskiyou County back to this area. Yeah, it's something. Okay, Marby, give us the lowdown on Texas. You're not moving. Okay. I think Texas might change. I know that Ted Cruz got in, which is unfortunate, but I think it's going to go purple any day now. Cat's Cauldron. Hello, sweets. Oregon County, California. Orange County. Sorry. You're my neighbor too. Orange County, California is turning blue. Used to be very conservative, but yes, it's the coast in California that's liberal, definitely not the interior. That's because we're more comfortable close to the water. We have better weather. Even Berkeley used to be a Republican town. Berkeley was. I remember it only in the 70s with all the early 70s with all the demonstrations. So Mary Thornberry says, I think that is a good idea, Deborah. Now is the time not to back down, but watch your back, and simple things can make a difference, like the flag. Yes, I have that flag in a very special spot in my house. And so Sherry voices, that's why I decided to stay here. Good. Louisiana is my home, and I'm willing to fight for it. Oh, gosh, that's awesome. Oh, Denise, you answered my question. Thank you. I'm the only Democrat. Yes, the MAGA, my sons. Oh, my goodness. Oh, gosh. So Karen says, all my family are Harris lovers. Whoop, whoop. A nice Thanksgiving coming round for you. Oh, boy. Jibber jabbery. Wait a minute, Sharon. On my podcast, exciting guests that will give unique insight. Oh, that's from my, yes. If you want to be a guest on my show, please, please, let me know. Mickey says, my family, I have family I didn't speak to for 3 years. They cut me off. Now I have decided whether I can do this again. Oh, you have to decide. Mickey, wasn't that your question that I got that decision card? Isn't that interesting? Because that measures in, because it was mountain, which is the blockage, and then the decision making after that. So thank you, Sharon. You're so sweet. Yes, book a session. I keep forgetting people want me to promote myself a little more, and I feel so weird doing it. But I do have private readings. In your private readings, I do your numbers one and educate you on your numbers. But then we get down to your question. So by the time you pay for a session, and we don't start the clock kind of thing until I understand your question and your expectations for the reading, and then we're off. So I would love to do a reading for you. That will also tell you how to cope with, we can figure out how the best way for you to cope. And sometimes those ways are not something you would automatically think about. So, or give yourself time to. Oh, yes. Sharon just posted Scorpio Sun Tarot in the chat. Awesome. Coyote. My entire family is MAGA, and I have decided to stay home. Stay home for Thanksgiving. I do stay home. I work, and I'm available for those who stay home. I work my platform. So, Linda, you are cooking and eating. Ran out of wine. Oh, no. Call Instacart. Get it over to you. Sherry says, Deborah, you can tag me anytime if you wanted to guess. Oh, really? Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And she says to Scott, if you're still listening here, I don't know if you're here, Scott, get in touch for that Zoom meeting. I'm in. Good. I'm going to look at my email right after this to see. Linda says, I like the videos of people saying they are totally cut MAGA friends, coworkers, family out there. You know what really satisfies me, quite frankly, is the immediate day, right? The day after. So it's November 6th, the day after the most searched Google term was, how do I change my vote? And so there's videos out there that I watch that help me cope, give me hope. And that is when MAGA people understand tariffs. I don't know why it took the day after to understand tariffs and what it meant for their businesses, their small businesses. And so people are understanding. It's like weird, but who was on here? Gina, you were here talking about Aquarius and Capricorn. So it's like that. Aquarius is revealing. It's spontaneous, and big. And it's feminine, and it's democratic. It's blue. It's all of the for the people. It's a humanitarian. And so when it slipped back into, isn't that interesting? Maybe I'm making an insight that means nothing, but when it slipped back into Capricorn for the election and then back out with Aquarius, it's like the revelations are starting to happen. So if you want to feel better, just, in YouTube, just in the search bar, just say mega voters that regret their choice. and see if you can't want, because it warms my heart that they're actually open to other, it's late and all that stuff, but this is what we need. We need an educated electorate. We do not need an angry electric. I can't say it. We need an educated voter out there, more educated voters. And you can blame the media. It's a perfect storm for that. But the people who voted MAGA will suffer. Yes, we'll suffer a little bit as well. But we will suffer with them. But at least they will learn to discern the information they're bringing in. So that's the kind of YouTube shows I like to watch. It helps a lot. I'm more clear-minded after these moments of sharing. Oh, good. I'm glad. Oh, you're so sweet. Coyote says, my entire family is MAGA, and this year I'm staying home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Believe me, girl, let me tell you, it is so nice not to do anything, not to have a plan for any of those days. I enjoy working those days. I'll probably do lives on those days because not because I'm lonely, but because I love being freed. I'm free from the unspoken expectation of proper celebration with family. So I'm very, very happy. So Denise says to Sharon, yes, I'm doing November 22nd if Alice is okay. I need to pray for her. We need to pray for her. She's going to the ER to get checked out. Prayers all around. Oh, Karen, you cracked me up. So Karen says that all of her family is blue, or is Democrat, and then she wants a little bit more. She says, I wish my family was a tiny amount woo-woo, though. And she wants them to be more spiritual. Don't worry about that. Your mom, Ellie, is taking care of them in the background, I'm sure. Good for you, Coyote. I'm not putting that through it again. They love to gang up on me. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I understand. I am reclusive anymore since the plague. Yeah, but totally enjoy my solitude with my animals. Me too. I mean, the situation with the pandemic and the lockdown, that was heaven for me. I wrote a book. It's so hard to have MAGA in your family. And see, now Mickey says, I can understand why walking away from this energy. I do wonder if this is what will help move the needle to help the change. Yes, it will. And here's why. You have said and done everything you can say and do before the election to change someone's mind, especially your family, because Uncle Bubba over here gets angry, so you word things differently. And over there, I know you've been a pillar of, you gave them a choice. So yes, this is a time to walk away because your words mean nothing to them. And they'll be gloating and everything else. The only way they're going to get to the bottom of what they really have set up here is by Fox News reporting panic, because they will, of how far Trump is going, and in educating their electorate. I said it. So no, I think you do what you need to do. And remember, we were talking earlier about how to keep yourself hopeful. Water Lily says, yep, I watch those too. It cheers me up. Well, it warms my heart that someone is actually getting the message. And yeah, it's fun to watch their face go pale, understanding what they just did. But it makes me happy that those people are wondering, are finally curiosity driven. Denise says, do I think or feel if Biden is going to save us again? I keep hoping for a miracle. I know, me too. But he's a 2 life path. And so this is one of the things about a 2. Now, he was better as a president, a 2 life path president, than I thought, because he's the one that works across the aisle. Hey, take someone out to dinner, slap on the back, chummy, I'm doing this bill, will you join me? And then negotiating, he's that way. But he built good boundaries. So the 2 life path can either go, the extremes are boundaries so no one can get in. You do not participate in anything. And the other is that you lose yourself into someone else. So you don't know who you are as a sovereign being. You only know yourself through another person's experience. So that's the 2 levels. So as I didn't think he'd be mean enough or tough enough in the presidency, but he's proved me wrong. As far as saving us, I'm going to douse on that. I have a couple of ideas and see if it's a yes or a no. So it does look like he does have something up his sleeve. So the answer in general is yes, but it's not one of those hard yeses. In fact, I have the world reverse in it. But there is hope that he is trying to figure out, this is interesting, trying to figure out what he can do to protect democracy. So as far as him coming out, doing the, when he can do anything, presidents can do anything they want. I don't think he's going to go that far to break norms and laws, because he doesn't want to participate in that energy, which that's what I want him to do. I want him to fix everything. Come on. But he has Kamala. He's setting up Kamala for something. So yeah, he has something he's cooking in the background. Now, when I was reading the question, framing the question, going through my mind what the options are with my limited education, but I do know the life path, and I can get around that. I was thinking, no, he's not going to do a thing, because he's a traditionalist. But the cards say, yeah, there's something going on. Something going on, which is good. How do they ever think that things were better when 45 was president before? You know what was better, Linda? Anger. Righteous anger that they didn't get in trouble for. Mean-spiritedness that formed a cooperative and gained power. And if a person feels powerful, then there's nothing much better than that. I think that's the answer for that. Sherry says, a couple of years ago, I actually filmed myself fixing a turkey. For those who didn't know, how cool is that? You actually, not accidentally, you actually filmed yourself fixing a turkey. I bet that went viral. Sherry, did it? Oh my God. I bet that. Oh, Krusty Snapper said she had that sucker and loser got her. So she deleted a bunch of friends posting MAGA crap starting the day after the election. Yeah, I don't do Facebook anymore. As a YouTube influencer, or that's my goal, I should do all the platforms. I have never met more mean-spirited people ever before on any platform but Facebook. Holy crap. And some of my friends or people I have friends with. So, whoa. So we had two new wars right now, and the economy is really not that good. I just don't think Trump will be able to fix the problems. So if he makes a mess, maybe we will come out of their cult-minded. Well, what it is, I think the economy is good right now. I think we're going to realize it's good. Realize that it's good after it gets really bad. So I believe that what Trump likes to do is mess things up so he can prove he can fix it. So he's walking into a really good economy, strong stock market. Stock market is not connected to the economy, though. It's connected to, in general, people's positivity, whether they look at the future of our country, positive or negative. So it went up, and then when Trump messes up everything, make everything so bad right away, so he can blame it on Biden setting him up to fail or whatever, and then him fixing it. That's his, but I don't think he'll be able to fix it. I think those little boys down the line, his co-ops, feeling the power, feeling the anger, able to say anything they want on TV, be disrespectful, derogatory. I won't. I heard someone talking horrible things about people, just horrible. It broke my heart. But anyway, I think that's the way it's going to go. I think that's the way it's going to unfold, and we just have to stay strong. I do not wish, Water Lily, I do not wish any ill will to the MAGA, only that they become woke when their consequences become their reality. They will. They will. Sherry Denise says, it's amazing how many people can't cook or clean house. I got a story about banned books. They're doing Linda Bishop says they're doing a bang-up job on public schools and teachers scared to say anything wrong. You know, Kaylee, who's usually on, she lives in a really, really red state, Alabama. And she went into the library there, and through little sign languages and stuff, she realized that the people who run that library are Democrats. And one of the librarian herself took her around the corner in the back room, and she says, these are all the banned books. I didn't have the heart to throw them away. We're keeping them until things change so I can put them out again. So, yep. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Mickey says, I get to meet my in-laws who drink the Kool-Aid. Deep 45 supporters. I am taking my gummies with me. Prayers accepted. You bet. I'm going to light a candle for you, girlfriend. Oh my God. That is hilarious. What about your husband? Or do you I mean, I don't know if you're married or not. Are you going with anyone that actually shares the gummies with you? That'd be nice. So I said, Sherry says, I hate to cook, but I'm fairly good at it. Go figure. And I hate to clean. If I could find someone to clean my place, I'd trade with them, give them readings. Absolutely. I know what you mean. Okay, 45 and Linda says 45 named Oz Medicare. Jeez Louise. Yep. And Linda says, during the meeting with 45 at White House, Biden looked like the cat that ate the canary. Something is going on behind the scenes. Ooh la la. I like that. Thank you very much. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. I forgot to put that in my. And everything's allegedly. You have to say allegedly. I've got another question here from Krusty. Do you see Kamala, the military generals, and intelligent personnel working together, finding evidence of election meddling and legal way to remove 45 before January based on working for foreign government? Mm, mm, mm. Well, let's see if I can be partial enough. I'm going to grab a different deck. But that's interesting. Cat that ate the cat. So, so our question is, so basically that's a turnaround of will Kamala Harris be sworn in as president? So I'm going to leave it the way you have it, because to remove 45 before January based on working for a foreign government, so that would mean another election, wouldn't it? That would mean another election. Let me see, because I don't want JD to get there. Let me see here. Very, very, very clear. No, I do not see him removed before January. And it's a hard no. And it comes with the tower. So got to burn the place down. But you know what? I got to tell you, I'm not setting aside anybody's pain because I have my own. But I got to tell you, think of people and afraid that the war is coming. There's so many people that are suffering around the world that we've never suffered like that. I can turn my tap on any day of the week, any time of day, and something's going to come out that I can drink and not die from. So I have to remember that when I say I'm afraid of change, that they'll change it for the worst, it means that's code for I don't want to be uncomfortable. I'm used to being comfortable in my life. And but I know there can be a lot of suffering. It was pretty popular. Oh yeah, I bet it was popular, that we're learning how to cook a turkey. So Sherry says, I only keep my Facebook page on because of family that lives far away. Do you stream to your Facebook or just YouTube? I'm just curious. Are they that open that they want to see your shows? Debbie says, family is having a fit. Apparently, I'm not very sporting or supportive. Sporting, because I and my sons are having our own Thanksgiving. I just can't be around them this year. Good for you. Good on you. And thanks for telling me your boys are okay with it too. Oh, I have fake Facebook, fake name, birthday, high school, state. And she goes, ha, 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 ha. Good. Yep, it's natural for him. Messing things up is natural for him. So he's going to go in, mess things up, blame Biden, of course, and then the people around him. See, but the people around him aren't educated. They're educated, but they're not smart. Oh, what happened here? Hey, did you all see? the representative, break out and do a haka on the parliament floor. She was in pure warrior mode in that moment, and a lot of others joined in. Holy cow, that would be very cool. What state was that? So I can, I'm going to write that down so I can look it up. I'd love to see that. Maoria representative. Okay, I'll try and look that up. That'd be nice to see. Yep, 45 will take credit for anything good Biden did, just like he did Obama. He's a slug slime. Yeah. I guess after oh, hi, Jeff. It's nice to see you. I like your lives. I've been dipping in every now and again, and you're so real and honest, and you educate, and you have beautiful cards. So I understand that after the election, the people of different races that joined MAGA started getting, and they wanted to celebrate with their peeps about the election. They were kicked out. They were said there was one disheveled MAGA person, a black guy, that got kicked out. And he says, I want my friends back, he said, but they told me they just wanted my vote. I think people are waking up. I know. Doesn't that warm your heart? It's a great library story about Kaylee in Alabama. Well, FYI. Oh, yeah, that's right. If you don't want to cook Thanksgiving dinner, Chinese restaurants are normally open. That's true. We have Chinese for years, a few years. No cleanup. Well, my friends, oh, wait. Ness is here with a question. Can we pull cards for how Biden is feeling right now? That's a great, let me just see here. I'm going to do a Celtic cross with him. And first three cards out. Oh, this is very interesting. I'm just looking here. So, the first three cards out are major cards. The first one is the death card, meaning something new is happening. But we already knew that because he's not going to be president next. So, but it's crossed with the Hierophant, which makes sense because the Hierophant has everything to do with man-made religion, man-made institution. And he's very, very devoted Catholic, and also he's devoted to be in alignment with the norms and traditions. He's very, very into that, and that's blocking him. So he is challenged by that. Below him is the devil, and I love that I can read Joe Biden with the devil on the inside. Oh, good. And then it says Seven of Pentacles on the outside. So it looks like he's growing a foundation. Now, what's interesting is that when you go a little bit before it, like what brought him to this, I have the Seven of Cups, which is not that great of a card because it's lost in thought. It's a very creative card, and but it takes time, and he has to weigh out and vet all of his ideas. So it is a good card in this one. Now that I'm thinking about it, and because with the Seven of Pentacles, he's going to go on everything he's known from all his years. And I have the Ace of Wands for the direct future, along with the King of Wands. So yeah, I do believe he's got something under his. He's got something under his hat for something coming up. I do have in his how he feels about himself or this situation. I've got the two of swords, which I read as a pause, taking a pause, not revealing anything. Many people read it as a decision that needs to be made, but I believe this decision has already been made. In his environment, I have the King of Swords reversed. So the energy signature of the King of Swords upright, or in any way, bright, sharp, could almost go too far in his demands, that kind of thing. But it's coming in reversed, and so that means that he's not being a tyrant. In other words, he's got anger about this, a lot of it too, and he's just keeping it on the inside. Now he does. I'm comfortable saying and confident saying that he's a traditionalist, and I'm hoping that this, whatever he's got brewing under his hat, will come about. But I've got the Emperor for the hopes and fears. He really wants democracy to survive, and so it does look like he's got something planned. So he has been scratching his head since it's happened. And but it looks like he's on the way. And I love this devil on the inside, because what it says to me about Joe Biden and the 2 life path, what it says to me is that he, on the inside, he's saying mean things about others. He wouldn't say a mean thing about anybody, right? A little bit. He doesn't really do a sick burn on Trump. He just, I mean, his landing isn't very, it's very gentle for a man that's very upset. But I do believe that he's trying to stay that way until he can put his this to action. So he's feeling pretty good, Ness. I think he's got something figured out. Oh, Linda, it sounds like you had a hard time there. Oh, that's New Zealand. Oh, I see. That was New Zealand. Because I was wondering what I thought NZ was New Zealand. I thought, what state is New Zealand? NZ. Oh, thank you. Yes. Female rep that did the haka was in New Zealand Parliament. The white guy in charge hated it, though. That's what I want to see. There you go, Sharon. Thanks for spreading the word about Jeff's Tarot Ask Backwards. And if you're still here, Jeff, thank you so much for the shout out earlier. That was so sweet of you. I didn't expect that. It warmed my heart. Appreciate this. I am an artist. I am an artist. You want to see one of my pieces? We're going long anyway. I'll show you a painting. If you're interested. Okay, Sherry says, past influence, Ace of Cups. Present point of vantage is 3 of Wands. Oh, I love 3 of Wands. What he's resisting is the Emperor. Interesting, you got the Emperor. Unexpected help is the High Priestess. Right next is action, the Sun, probable future, Hangman. Yeah, he is thinking outside the box, isn't he? Yeah. Mickey, calm inner strength, grace under pressure. Did you show a painting? I didn't show. Oh no, I haven't. Did you want to see a painting? Okay, I'll go get it. My what do you call it? Chair is really squeaky, so I'm going to mute myself. Here it is. Uh-oh. I have to turn off my background. None. So it's just green. It's my background. So now you can see my artwork. And you see it? Can you see it? This is my frog. So it's a acrylic. It's acrylic on board. And I love this piece so much. But I mostly do birds and animals and stuff. That's my frog. I painted it. Thank you, everyone. I painted it, and I had to take it to. Now everyone knows this guy's work, but you don't know him for sure. His name is Gamini Ratavira, and he lives close by me. And he's very, very famous. And I took a class with him, and I painted this frog on my own, and I could not figure out what was wrong with it. I could not for the life of me. So I asked Gamini if I could come out and he can take a look at it. And he says, it's missing his ear. So there's an ear that I didn't even see. It's right at the end of his mouth. It's a little blue, it's a circle. Anyway, I thought, man, I could look at a picture because I had a reference photo and look at it all day long and not see that damn ear. And I said, oh, okay. So, I put the ear in. But I love painting. Oh, thank you. You guys are so nice. I appreciate it. I guess it's Bring in Brag Day. And I just signed on for a test to see if it's working. It is working. I've been on 2 hours. See, when I'm having fun. Oh, let's have some fun. So I appreciate you all. See, Craig. Oh, that's personal. Thank you, Marvy and Mickey, Water Lily. You're so. I will be signing off. I will land this plane. I heard that somewhere. I think that's cool to say, land my plane. But I really appreciate you. I am going. Thank you, Ness. I'm going to be reposting my lives now. I'm as an upcoming event. So I did talk to Lalit, and she is. I talked to Lalit, and she's going to be here Friday. And then I scheduled the next 2 Fridays. So we'll start out slow. Hopefully everything's fixed by now. I love you all. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you, Jeff, for coming by. I know you're working and lurking. And also Scott. I'll see y'all later. Bye.